part of the initial phase primarily falls under the responsibility of the cybersecurity manager within an organization. Before vulnerabilities can be discovered, the first crucial step is to clearly plan and define the scope of the vulnerability management process. It is essential to reach an agreement on which systems will be included or excluded from the scanning process. Alongside the in-scope systems, organizations should also determine the type of scans to be conducted. This can involve external scans from the perspective of an external attacker on the internet or internal scans simulating an attacker on the internal network. Both types of scans can be performed either as unauthenticated or authenticated scanning. When determining the scope of systems to be included in the vulnerability management process, it is typically impractical to include all systems in the initial round of scanning. The recommended approach is to start small, ensuring that the number of discovered vulnerabilities remains manageable. A risk-based methodology should be adopted to determine the scope for the initial vulnerability scan. Different organizations may employ various approaches. Some prioritize external threats and begin with a scope encompassing internet-facing systems. Others may focus on safeguarding company information and initiate with a limited scope of systems containing such critical data. It is crucial to ensure that the teams are informed about the vulnerability scans being conducted. Depending on the scan configuration, which includes factors such as the number of vulnerability checks, the type of authentication scan, and the applications installed on the target system, the duration of a vulnerability scan against a single IP address can range from a few minutes to several hours. When the duration of a particular scan is uncertain, it is advisable to conduct a test scan on a similar test environment. This will provide an estimation of the scan duration and its potential impact on the network. The following table provides an illustration of how all the data required to carry out the scans can be arranged in a planning spreadsheet. As you can see, the spreadsheet includes all of the crucial information required to keep track of the scheduled scan. Everything from the IP range to the person who will be contacted if something does not go as expected. All of these crucial details are required to make sure that everyone is informed and monitoring the vulnerability detection process. After scheduling the scan with the asset owner or system administrator, the next step is to deploy the vulnerability scanning tools. These tools are designed to actively scan the identified systems and networks, automatically identifying and assessing vulnerabilities within the target environment. It is crucial to configure the scanning tools to align with the scope defined in the previous step to ensure accurate and comprehensive vulnerability detection.